Hi there everyone, my name is Dominic and welcome to the Lancaster League Obrien State Park. We have played the other two Lancaster League games in the past, so I thought let's go ahead and round out all the ones that I believe are out at the moment, because we played Crisis at the call center, which was actually very good. I liked that one a lot. That one was a lot of fun. It was creepy, it was spooky, it had a good amount of suspense and tension and build up to it. They also had the one that was, oh god, I'm forgetting what the other one was. It's the one where they just showed us a bunch of weird, trippy pictures for a very long time, and I didn't think it was all that scary or interesting, to be honest. So, but you know, I have good high hopes for this one. This one is sort of a found footage one, so it's a different tone from either of the other ones. Also, it's called Entity Exam. I just remembered. Lancaster League Entity Exam was the one we watched or played where we were going through like the interview process with a bunch of creepy stuff that wasn't all that creepy. It was just a bunch of weird Photoshop pictures, basically. But this, I think, is going to be something different from either of the other two games, so I'm curious where it'll land in that group. All right. The following tape and many others were recovered by FBI intern Valerie Bardot and given to us. I don't know where this lands in the timeline of the other games. Leaving without a trace, she suddenly went missing at the end of her internship in Lancaster, I'm sorry, Pennsylvania. Foul play is suspected. Okay. So long as Valerie is missing these tapes, we'll continue to be leaked. We gave you a chance, and this will be your last. Oh, interesting. So there's some sort of a, there's sort of a blackmail situation going on. Interesting. Imperative that agents refrain from viewing this material unless they possess the appropriate clearance and are under the direct supervision of the instructor. Any failure to comply with this directive will result in prosecution to the fullest extent possible under the Espionage Act of 1917. Sure. I don't know if that applies to alien paranormal bullshit, but case number 129876. Clearance, yes. Case type missing persons. Entity present. Status resolved. Okay. Tape purpose debrief. Obrien State Park. Previously inhabited by both Dakota and Ojibwe tribes, it is now home to year-round camper and hikers. The park, along with other state parks up north, has experienced an increase in animal-like attacks. The cause was unknown until found footage of a missing person's Bradley. Give me time to read the text game. On August 25th, 1988, Brady Kaufman, a 59-year-old male, visited Obrien State Park unaccompanied. The subject's behavior during his visit was unusual, as he intermittently started recording at various times. Medical records revealed no history of mental health concerns. Subsequently, on August 26th, the subject was reported as missing. His body was discovered on August 30th, and the recovered footage from his recording device will now be presented in chronological order, accompanied by annotations. Okie doke. So it's like found footage, but we're gonna like live through the found footage, which is that is some found footage. My goodness. The subject initiated recording. The reason for the recording activity remains unknown. Can I zoom? I can. The subject would occasionally zoom on certain objects. Man, I'm like, I still, for posterity's sake, have shot things on 8mm every now and then just for the fun of it. And it looks better than this. It's one small detail, but I'm like, maybe it's people who are designing games, maybe who didn't grow up actually with some of this stuff. Or the nostalgia filter for them is just a little too strong, maybe. Assuming we're gonna find something dreadful running around this place. But I do feel like the VHS filter gets too strong, because this looks like the digital scan lines and all that, but it's like real VHS footage is very natural looking. It's soft and a little fuzzy. That's the funny thing, is it's on VHS tapes, so it has a very natural look to it. What is that? I can't even see. Is that a bikini? Is that someone's hair? What am I looking at here? Am I just doing a loop around my, Oh, is this someone else's campfire? Oh, I can't go in there? Alright. I figured it wouldn't let me wander too far off the path. What's that? That's just dirt. It's so filtered. Oh, fuck you. Oh, you bastard. Now can I walk up to it? Or was you just... You're just honking to scare me. Bastard, don't do that again. Annoying ass. I think, too, it's really trying to compensate for... like, taking a high-fidelity video game render and make it look less modern. But when you filter it this much, it just gets crazy tough to look at. We can't go in anyone's houses. Oh. I do not like that we can go up to this one. Oh, the door's open? Something bad. Oh, are these the bathrooms? See, that looks a little better. It's just like with like the light on, it gets kind of nuts looking. What's in the toilet? It's always something in the bathroom. Oh, God. Something terrible's in the showers. That was it? Okay, pause 1. The subject stops filming, then takes a shower. It is estimated 10 minutes elapsed before... God damn it, give me more time to read the text, please. Alright, well, good. We took a shower. We recorded the whole experience. Look, this dude was getting ready for OnlyFans way back, alright? He said, look, someone's gonna want these shower tapes someday. The FBI is gonna love these. Demons? Pissing all by yourself, handsome? I'm assuming that doesn't open. Doesn't seem like I can open anything. It seems like it's just about... like I'm not supposed to interact with much of anything. Can I walk up further? No, okay. I figure it's just going to give us this kind of path back and forth from the bathrooms back to our campsite. Okay. I was thinking the other day, actually, that I'd love to have an excuse to write a story or do a short film where I can actually do some cinematography using my old Super 8 camera that I still have. Just, I think it'd be interesting to be able to, like, shoot something on it, like, light it very well, but then shoot it on an old system like that and just kind of see what that's like. How far can I zoom? Yeah, there's no one else here. There seems to be no sign of life anywhere else. I mean, of course, it's the middle of the night. People are sleeping, I guess. I guess that actually kind of does make sense. Don't honk at me again. That was bullshit last time. Alright. I might walk slow. This guy doesn't know, like, the first rule about if you're out somewhere spooking the forest at night. You run back to your camp, like... a person... Did I come say hi to you? Oh, is this my camp? was homie just chilling there? Upon return to the campsite, an unknown figure stands near the subject's tent. Neither campground records nor witnesses recall seeing a white male in his profile. Why this person was here or who they are still remains unknown, but is not being actively pursued. It's not? Would that not be the core thing you'd be looking more into, obviously? But what do I know? I'm not a fake FBI agent. Pause 2. The largest jump of times happens at this point with an estimate of 1 to 2 hours time elapsed. The recording resumes within the subject 2 miles in the Hardwood Hills Loop. Why the subject started the hike is not relevant to the Bureau's involvement. Involvement? Listen here. Typos. Goddamn typos in these games. It's not relevant. What are you talking about? Like, how would it not be relevant if someone... I don't know. Like, why they were there in the first place seems extremely relevant. Is that not the FBI's whole ass job is to just, like, detect this stuff and to be able to find out the logic behind why it happened? Isn't that what criminal investigation is all about? Also, can I go faster? I doubt it. I can jump? Why? We hop, skip, jumping over those aliens. Or whatever it is. It's not necessarily aliens, right? It's like some sort of entity. funny too, because I feel like this would actually be scarier if I could see better. Not being able to see makes it so I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be worried about. Which again, it's okay. Again, I don't mind playing games like this that like right out the gate kind of have some flaws because it gives us kind of a chance to discuss what good and bad game design is and what some of the issues are with it. Because like the mood and the ambiance and all of that is effective here. It's just this gets in the way of being able to enjoy the atmosphere. Versus Crisis at the Call Center was good because we were on security cameras roving around, so you had an excuse for it to look the way it did, but it was still relatively clear, you know? It wasn't overly filtered like this is. Well, that's nice. Nature. You ran across and said, buddy, there's a creature back there. Tried to warn you, buddy. Let me guess, that deer or elk or whatever is gonna show up dead in a second. It'd be smart too, I don't know, unless I'm maybe missing something, but to have areas where if you look around, maybe the thing's like stalking you. Maybe you see like jump back, like behind some trees if you get too close. What is this? Is this? Oh, we're like crossing a bridge. Oh, okay. Okay, it's so hard to see. Oh. Oh. No, don't like that. Don't like. Let me guess, that thing's gonna show up dead here, just up the road. Oh, yep, I was right. Oh, shit. That's pretty fucking gnarly. Well, damn it. Where the fuck did it come from? Like, what? That means it's fucking close, whatever the thing is that killed it, right? We're just gonna keep walking. Oh. The subject encountered deceased deer attacked by entity. The film abruptly ends after subject texts entity in vicinity. Well, yeah, I mean, to be fair, I'd think you'd want to keep recording, but subject exhibits distress and flees off trail. Entity pursues subject and can be heard in proximity. Subject resumes filming approximately 4 minutes after pause. This marks the final pause. We're dying tonight, folks. That's it. There's no two ways about that. Oh, shit. Also, you're saying we fled? Subject is audible for the first time, displaying emotions of fear. Oh, it's about to pop up and kill us. We're cooked. We're cooked. The subject begins running, shift as multiple sounds of entities surround him. Oh, we can ride. I'm just gonna run in a straight line. Oh, what a horrible sound. I'm not gonna pivot, no left or right, no anything. I'm just gonna... Nope. I'm facing it head on. I'm just gonna be Tom Cruise running through the rest of this experience. Oh... Like, there's no way we're getting out of this alive, right? Oh, I hear it. I hear it. I don't want to turn and look at it. Oh, we're not gonna be able to run uphill, are we? Oh, that shit's definitely getting closer, isn't it? Okay. The subject struggles against entity but gets away. The camera is severely damaged. The subject got away? Really? Subject drops flashlight and then camera, creates a shadow backdrop. What the fuck is that thing? Subject's blood creeps into frame. Okay. Is it like a Wendigo? It had horns like antlers on it, which was kind of weird. Distant entities can be heard. Because you know how dying sounds like you really badly need a cough drop? Brady Kaufman's death would occur over the next 5 minutes. The remaining footage has been cut short for viewer discretion. Additional entities can be heard and would later fight over the remains. The footage ends when the camera battery runs out. Subjects' remains were found scattered. Most flesh was consumed. Little personal items remained intact. The public was told it was an abnormal bear attack. Yeah, tibia found half a mile away. Yes, because you know how the bears are like, this is embarrassing to keep it all in one place. I really should scatter this around a little bit better. That way the cops won't know. The subject's film was the first footage captured of S0012. Ultimately, the subject's footage provided the Bureau proved to extend funding and special operation to contain entities. This case marks the first of many successful entity something. Okay, entity debrief. Name, Wendigo. Oh, it is a Wendigo. Risk severe. Containability 3. Oh, I was right. It is. Okay, got it. I mean, that makes sense. It looks like a cool Wendigo design. I wish I'd gotten a better glimpse at it as I was turning, but Wendigos are creatures originated from Native American tribes of the Great Lakes region. The malevolent supernatural beings bring terror to the forest dwellers and are linked to numerous missing persons cases. Tall and emaciated looking. God, give me more time to read games! According to recent intelligence, there has been a notable resurgence of the Wendigo, and their geographical distribution has now expanded southwards towards Minneapolis. In response to this emerging threat, the Bureau has established a joint task force in collaboration with the Canadian CSIS to take immediate and decisive action to halt the expansion of the species and eventual eradication. Got it. So it's spreading all over. Got it. It is imperative to maintain strict operational security and keep the general public uninformed of these operations to prevent any unnecessary panic or interference. Got it. Got it. Sounds good. I like how the FBI didn't do a damn thing to help. They said that they didn't investigate any of the reasons why he was walking around. The story doesn't end here. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is earlier in the timeline. Read the Associated No Sleep story. I worked as a secretary at a small FBI office. A man in a pink poncho almost killed me. So was this inspired loosely by a Reddit thread? You know, I was thinking, and let me know if anyone finds this interesting, because I know there are some YouTubers who do like the creepypasta stories or Reddit no sleep stories or whatever and all that. And I don't really want to do that where I just read them. Like, that feels like, not to shit on anyone else who makes those kind, but I feel like they can be lazy. Not always. Some can be interesting, but I was curious. I was like, it would be fun to be able to read them, like narrate them, and do sound design to go with it. So have them be music and score, but almost like a fully dramatized audiobook, and take them and go through the reading and have it be like, I think that might be a fun challenge to go through it and try to like bring it to life a little bit rather than just reading the creepy story, try to make it more of an immersive experience. Because I feel like that might be more, I don't know, I feel like that might be cool. So I might experiment with that at some point. It's definitely not something I would ever want to be a main focus of my channel. I like storytelling much more so than that. But I still think that might be an interesting thing to be able to take some of those creepy little stories and showcase them in an interesting way. So anyway, if I have time, I might experiment with that and see if that's fun and if anyone else enjoys that, or if it comes out the way I think it would and is actually worth the time. So anyway, as far as this goes, it's okay. It's not great. It's not terrible. I think single-handedly, here's what I think would fix this. At least improve it, I should say, not fix it. The VHS filter, less strong. We need to be able to see more shit. It needs a little more ambience as far as ambient sound effects and all that. Like, that ending hunting thing could have really been longer as far as, like, not super long, but it could have spent more time. Maybe give us a chance to try to hide and almost get away, I think would be more effective and more interesting. I think also the problem with these games is they're so short, they feel like they should all be bundled together, don't they? Right? Like I feel like I would enjoy all three of these would be more satisfying if we got Obrien State Park, the Entity Exam, and the Crisis at the Call Center were bundled into one anthology and had been released together. And instead, we don't have that. We have these disparate parts that on their own are a little bit unsatisfying, but I think altogether kind of build more of an interesting universe of these paranormal goings on, and like they're always studying the after effects of people who are affected by these paranormal entities. That's why Crisis at the Call Center was the most interesting one, because it had the best story by far. It had the most interesting dynamic of going through the security footage the night after this girl was killed by this entity in the office, and like the setup for it was better. The research component was more interesting, trying to piece together the different nights of what happened and how it was watching her and all this. It was very effective, very creepy. But I think on their own, they're just not as strong as they could be as a little collection, And I think if they were piled together, kind of like the Unsorted Horror anthology is, it would be more interesting and more satisfying, rather than getting these little tiny tidbits sprinkled throughout. So anyway, that's my thought. What do you guys think? Which is your favorite out of the three? Crisis at the Call Center, Entity Exam, or this one? Because I know my favorite. I'm curious what other people kind of, which one you felt was the most effective use of this. Because I think the world they're trying to set up has an interesting tone to it. I think it's an execution issue that could be improved. And again, in future games, it absolutely could be course corrected for. There's always room for improvement with these games that come out in these kind of chapters to be able to improve the formula over time. So, maybe that's a direction they could go in, and they could refine this process a little bit and make it something even better and more satisfying and a little bit more cohesive as an individual isolated experience. So that's kind of my thoughts on that. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching and listening. My name was Dominic, and I will see you next time. Bye.